Hello and welcome to the first semi-finals winner bracket Master Winner 5 between Viper and Vinchester. You can see the draft here, and this one is really interesting. First thing that we realized, no Turks and also no Slavs, which are considered quite good. Byzantines, Koreans, Malayas expand, as well as Mayans and Malians. So Viper is actually Burmese, Italians, and then Berbers, Britons, as well as Spanish, Vikings, Celts, Ethiopians, Incas, Goths. Should be interesting. Let's go for the first game. I'm going in early because I know that Viper is actually going to try to steal a boar here, the boar which is outside from Vinchester. Viper's map, really good. Main stone safe in the back, second gold, third gold safe in the back. The main gold on the side here, but back here's 3-4 deer inside. So actually only the second stone is forward outside. The two boars are inside, 1-2 relics close to his base. And that means Viper with a really strong map. Compared to Vinchester, the main gold almost bugged, almost trapped here, but he will be alright with that. An extra gold in the back, which he cannot see yet. He may find out later. Main stone safe in the back. But the second and third gold are outside close to the relic. And now Viper is coming in with the scout to try and take that boar. Vinchester can see the boar run away, but the scout is probably somewhere else. I don't know where the scout is, actually on the left-hand side, starting to lure deer. Like this, Viper will try and get that boar in, and I think with Viper still he should be able to do that. He lost 2 times 10 HP to the boar attack. But this scout is going to be able to bring in the third boar, or I guess technically it's now the first boar. It doesn't really matter. Viper will have a lot of extra food, and by that, Vinchester won't be able to pull off a tower rush, a potential tower rush easily. I mean, with Ethiopians archers, it would make sense. But Vinchester -1 boar is starting to lure more deer in. That's actually the second deer, I think. Question is, can he compensate for the loss of a boar with only deer? I guess it's not possible to go up to fast feudal age and then go for the towers. So I'm going to go a little bit faster here. The deer actually coming close to TC. That's all right. Looking good for him. Another lumber camp coming up. If Vinchester wanted to go up, he wouldn't build a second lumber camp. So we know now Vinchester going to scout a little bit. I think he should continue to lure the deer in. They are pretty far away, though. It's not easy to do. And Viper, in the meantime, 22 population, really happy with 3 boars and luring the deer, so he's gonna have so much food. He should be able to go up quite fast. Considering he's Spanish, he may go for a castle early on. Or maybe a little bit later, because Vinchester is not going with the early aggression. And I guess Vinchester with Ethiopians will go for archers here. It makes sense. Main gold and a mining camp coming up for a Viper here. I think a TC later on might be possible. And we have both players on the way to feudal age. Both players on 27 population. Now Vinchester starting to scout here. And Viper with 690, 700 food in the bank. Vinchester only 500. Vinchester got a barracks up. We're going to see the archer range as expected. Ethiopians archers fire faster. Blacksmith as well. 3 villages on gold, and he will be able to buy 100 food if he really needs it. I'm not needing it right now. Carter coming in from the Viper, because why not? And both players on the way up to Castle Age. Viper is on stone now with 6 villages, so he will be able to go Castle if he wants to. But I think he doesn't feel the need to go aggressive immediately. He's not going to go like 1 TC and Conquistor push, because that would make sense against crossbows, which Vinchester will obviously have, seeing that he has that archer range up. And Vinchester now moving out with the first few archers. Does he have fletching yet? Is fletching done? Yes, fletching there is for Vinchester. Viper up to Castle Age. We're going to see a monastery coming up first. 600 and almost 50 stone, but no TC coming up on the wood line first. Good TC spot. There's the mill close. You can fit a lot of farms around here. And still saving a little bit of stone for that castle, which is going to come up soon probably. Now Vinchester Scout is actually inside, but Viper 5 HP Scout is surviving. 1 monk coming out or not. And the Scout obviously waiting. Ooh, look at that nice wall. That's perfect for Viper. He is going to be able to heal up his own scout, and the monk is very safe underneath the TC. Now 750 stone in the bank for the Viper. I think you could just stop taking stone, and now Vinchester has to run away. Actually, I think Viper wants to get a TC here now, but yeah, it's coming up here, and that scout only 4 HP. It's gonna have 1 HP soon. No, it's gonna go down actually. And Viper 3 TCs, and now the castle coming up in front, in the front? No. Of his base, yeah, close to the walls, but inside, not even so close. Viper going out to pick the first relics up, actually. He's got the one from the left-hand side here, and I think there's one more on the right-hand side, which he may try to take. Where's the other relics? Vinchester, are you bringing 1 relic back inside? Don't see it. Yeah, there it is. Another relic close for Vinchester, and then Viper is going to try to go for this one. It's not happening. The crossbows are there. But that monk actually was almost able to convert a crossbow, I guess, and Vinchester just saying, no, I'm suiciding that. It's small fights. They probably won't be deciding. Ooh, and look at this. Viper knew the relic was picked up and going for that scout. No crossbowmen around. That was a big mistake in my opinion. That scout was able to take down one monk, two monks? I don't know. At least one monk already. We have Vinchester with 3 TCs, I guess. One TC on the wood line here, another TC on this wood line. No TCs on gold. He can see the extra gold. He cannot see the extra gold. That's not too good for him. Not too good of a scouting, but of course he lost that boar. Had to compensate for that. Now Vinchester is sending 2 more monks, and Viper, let's see, is going for Conquistadors. There's 3 of them already, and with more monks. Now Vinchester should be able to get that relic in. The crossbowman moving. Can Vinchester see the scout? He can. Oh my god, look at this. The scout is going to get more monks. There is 1 monk almost down. That's monk number 2 going down. And Viper, yeah, now he's moving the scout to take down another monk. That's 3 monks and a boar for that scout. And I think it got rid of the scout from Vinchester as well. Is that possible? I don't really know. Crossbow now moving back in, and Viper with Conquistadors is really, really strong. Also, Viper now able to scout Vinchester space, and this is huge actually. University coming up for Winch. He may think about Imperial Age soon. He will go for Ballistics next to make these crossbows stronger. Now finally that monk picking up the relic and bringing it back. Winchester got 3 relics plus that one coming in, so it's 4, but 2 mangonels already, and we know crossbowmen are really not that strong against mangonels, so we're going to see more archery ranges, monastery and archery range. The Ethiopians do get redemption, I think. I'm not really sure. Viper low in resources because he's investing into Conquistador still, but he's got 1, 2, 3, that's 3, 4 TCs actually up. Guess he just built that one. Bloodline's now coming in, a very important upgrade because it's a very big difference between 55 and 75 HP. Also plus 2 defense down. Now these Conquistadors will be really strong even against the faster firing crossbowmen. Winchester clicked up to Imperial Age, summoning a Petted Archer army coming in. The Viper is moving in with 4 mangonels, and Viper with a very good economy, 90 villages already. He will be able to like stop Conquistador production for a little bit, and then he can click up to Imperial Age as well. Handcard coming in for Viper. In terms of Viper times, it's pretty late, but it's not a big problem here. And look at this, the monks now moving to grab a few relics. They will be able to pick up 1, and the mangonels doing a lot of damage here, taking down a few crossbows. The Conquistadors moving around to attack the main gold makes a lot of sense, and this is actually a very nice fighting spot here for the Viper. Now he has to run back a little bit, doesn't want to get hurt too much by those crossbows. Winchester should probably go for Arbalest then immediately, but he doesn't have a lot of gold, and he's finally found that extra gold inside his base. This is gonna keep him alive for now. Can he push this back? Can he actually get rid of the mangonels and the Conquistadors? What are we going to do? I guess he needs some light cav here actually. Arbalest on the way, but Winchester is low on food and he's only going Arbalest right now. The main TC from Vinchester is down. Viper in full control over this game and clicked up to Imperial Age. He had that extra boar. He has a really good map here. Viper is staying at is safe at home, sending villagers forward now to probably, I guess, even either take the extra stone, the second stone, or go for forward castle. Whereas Viper sending his villagers? Actually going for the stone only. Viper has 667 stone in the bank. Where's that castle coming up? Now Viper is going back with the mangonels because the Arbalest with 5+3 range moving out. Nice shots from the Viper. He's taking down a few more Arbalest. Good split from Vinchester, and now those mangonels finally dying. Viper going forward with 3 villages to build a forward, then I guess was planning to do. He might even start to take this gold, and there's a castle coming up on the right hand side covering this gold. Winchester actually with a TC on that gold, but Winchester probably cannot see the castle coming up yet, or can he? Actually he can. He's got a lot of vision here. I guess he did at least Town Watch, and double siege workshop coming up. The Arbalest need to attack the villages. What is Winchester waiting for? Actually he's waiting for Viper's army to move in, and elite skirmisher Bracer Captain on the way. I think we've seen Viper before using elite skirmishers and siege trams to actually win a game. Good job here from Winchester taking on the villages at least. Now he's going with a few skirmishers, but those Conquistadors are really strong, taking on a lot of Arbalest, and the numbers matter really. So even the elite skirmishers, or soon to be elite skirmishers, can't do a lot here, and I think Viper will just send more villagers to finish this castle then. And once this castle is up, Winchester's in trouble because he didn't cut free his main gold, and that's a mistake in my opinion. Siege workshops now coming up, not too far forward. Elite skirmishers on the way to be able to deal with the Arbalest. Cat Ram production starting, but the Conquistadors will be strong against Cat Ram as well. And Siege Ram as well as Chemistry and Archer Armor on the way for the Viper. Elite skirmishers, Siege Rams and Conquistadors seems to be a very strong combination for the Spanish here. And Viper, look at this, 1k5 gold in the bank. Got 3 relics now because he stole 1 from Vinchester, or maybe 2. Still taking his main gold. He still can take his 2nd and 3rd gold. There's not even villagers on this gold right now. And there's Caprams now moving in from Vinchester with a few arbalists and elite skirmishers. Looking good for now, but Viper will send his elite skirms first. The castle is up, the villagers getting dropped in. And from behind that castle, the conquistadors can actually hit the rams. Viper starting to repair. He's got a lot of stone to repair here, actually. He's got a lot of resources. Supremacy coming in for the villagers. And Cavalier now. Actually, Cavalier will kill everything here, except for the monks maybe, but the arbalist won't stand a chance against Cavalier. The elite skirmishers will die fast, and now the villagers even fighting those cat ram, and with the 3+6 attack they will be good against those rams actually, and will be able to take them down quite fast. Viper moving in the siege rams now, a lot of resources still in the bank. Winchester, not bad with resources, 122 villagers against 138 from the Viper. This castle may actually go down, but Winchester cannot take his 2nd and 3rd gold safely, and while this castle is falling and the cat rams now moving, trying to move in and take down his trebuchets, the villager will fight, and Viper got more and more elite skirmishers here. The conquistadors in the back, not even elite, but it doesn't really need it, I guess, and so many siege rams now moving forward. Where's the Cavalier from Viper coming? I don't see a lot of stables. Let's check if he has any stables built forward. Actually, only 1 stable in back. Husbandry coming in, and another castle coming from Viper in between the 2 golds, even more forward. This is not looking good from Vinchester, and he's calling GG. It's short before 38 minutes. What an interesting game. Viper with a good map, with a boar steel, and in the end showing the supremacy of the Spanish here. And let's go into game number 2 now. There is still a lot of civilizations to get picked, so I'm not going to go into that, but rather go into the game already. Italians for Viper, Celts for Winchester. Should be an interesting matchup. Viper actually a beautiful back base. 2 extra gold, the 2nd gold, deer inside, a 2nd stone inside. Viper can see the 2nd stone, there was walls before, but he chose to not restart the sparked map. He had time till minute 6 and he knew what he was getting into, so no problem for him, I guess. Main stone forward for him, main gold forward, and I'm missing 1 gold, I think, which should be outside, and there's the 3rd gold from the Viper. I didn't see it. Where is it? Oh my god, am I missing 1 gold ring? No, there it is actually inside. Look at this. Viper still with a pretty decent map, 1 really close to his base. Winchester this time going up to Feudal Age fast, going with the Watchtower. Celts with a better wood income, that should be helpful. And I'm expecting to see, is that an archery range? Yes, there's the archery range coming up. Viper with a quick Watchtower, but Winchester's Watchtower is up first. So right now we're going to see a Watchtower fight. The thing is, Winchester can drop out his villagers soon and can replace them with archers. And actually, looks like Viper left Winchester's scout to go inside. I guess Winchester was chasing Viper's scout. And now the tower is going down really fast. Yeah, the villagers actually have to fight this. And now Archer getting dropped out. Not sure why. I think Winchester should drop a villager out. The thing is, Winchester's tower has still more HP. And yeah, looks good for Winchester right now. Viper is though safe at this point. And he's going for his own archers, which is good for him. So we're going to see a really big fight here for the 2 towers which are up. Winchester, let's go for his map quick. 3rd gold outside, main gold forward. Relics don't really care right now. The main stone was almost bugged somewhat, but Vinchester cut it open. Good for him. 2nd stone and 2nd gold or 3rd gold, I don't know. 2nd gold safe in the back. Extra berries steer inside. But the action is happening at the front, where Viper right now is winning that tower fight actually. 1 archer and 4 villagers. Now the archers going forward. I think Winchester should drop all the archers inside and then go with the 2nd watchtower. There we go. Viper. Let's see, is he on stone? We're on 74 stone in the bank. Yes, he's got 2 villagers on the main stone. Not producing any more archers, but Viper is not going up to Imperial Age fast. He's finally cut through this forest, so he can go to the back now. He will be able to find all the extra resources and will be very happy about it, I guess. There is a 2nd watchtower coming up from Viper as well. His main gold will be covered for now. Winchester actually lost the 1st watchtower, so Viper knows how to defend this, obviously. And sending 6 villagers to build a quick watchtower was a very good idea. I think Viper probably realized the score drop from Winchester and then went up himself rather quick. So that's the new meta, but that's how you defend from that new meta, I guess. Viper also at watchtower number 3 to prevent this watchtower from coming up. Viper actually pretty safe in the space right now. The question is who can go up to Castle Age faster, and it looks like Winchester is ahead a little bit, 4 villages ahead actually, and he has more food in the bank already, 5 villages in gold. The market coming up soon, I guess, could buy his way up. Viper in the meantime with 3 military units only, but Viper's economy really not looking so good. Not sure why, maybe it's because he didn't have the deer, but he actually could be better here, and I don't know what happened. 3 to 5 KD is not a big problem. Actually, Viper doing skirmishes now, and another watchtower coming up here from the Viper, so Viper is going full tower defense and dropping the villages inside now, but Winchester's tower is up as well. Horse collar coming from the Viper, and Viper really low on everything. Winchester doing wheelbarrow, I think he just finished it, coming up with the market, and he will be able to click up even before 20 minutes if he really wants to. He's idling his TC now, which makes sense. So Viper only one villager behind. He's actually getting one more villager because the market is not finishing it in time. And then I think he should buy 100 food and just click up to Castle Age. Here we go. Before 20 minutes, very strong. Viper doing wheelbarrow now. I guess Viper might even go for something like a faster Imperial Age. I don't think he wants to boom and then try to win this in late castle, early imp. Is that possible? Let's see, we're going to find out, because Viper is still low on food. He's got a lot of food in the bank actually, but in a lot of farms, I'm sorry, but not so much food in the bank. He's gonna be able to click up the castle probably before 22 minutes if he really wants to, but he does not have a market. No, he's got a market up, sorry, my fault. Could go for some gold. He's got a lot of gold. He could buy some food, and Viper's Castle Age click will be cheaper. I think that's minus 15%, like something like 700. I don't know. But Viper 2219 is a decent time. Vinchester though is up, and Vinchester got enough stone for a castle. Does he have villager forward? Stable actually, and siege workshop coming up to protect the third gold. And where is that castle going to drop? Looks like Vinchester is going for a TC first on the wood line. He still will have enough stone for a castle. As you can see, 644 is a lot. And those two archers will try and hunt down a few of those villagers, actually one dying, but the knight is doing the rest, and there's that castle coming up to actually cover the main stone almost. That's 9, 10 tiles maybe, so Winchester won't be able to get the villagers removed from the main stone, but the watchtower will go down, and the mangonel coming up forward. So Winchester actually with a really good game right now, and playing strong with the council, even though it looked like Viper knew what he was doing, but Viper, in my opinion, up to Imperial Age, up to Castle Age too late. Let's see, Viper is building a TC on the wood line and close to that second gold. Can you see the golds in the back? No, he didn't scout this, and this is really bad. Viper didn't have the opportunity to scout his map early game, but now I think he should send at least an archer at the back, or maybe go with an outpost or two. Viper almost enough stone for a castle as well, and I think he will put it up on that stone too, or maybe to protect the main gold. That's also a possibility. We can see that another watchtower is coming up to actually cover this main gold, or not, because there's a mangonel from the Viper. Viper 2 TCs. Let's see, Winchester, do we have 3 TCs? 3 TC probably coming up here, and a monastery up to collect a few relics. Winchester actually going to TCs number 3 and 4, and he's got a good amount of food in the bank, so he will boom his way to Imperial Age with 4 TCs. Gonna have a lot of villagers. Actually, he's 9 villagers ahead already. Viper going with the castle to only protect his base, his main TC, covering the main stone more or less, but his main gold he could mine it right now. Viper low on food, low villager numbers. He's got a mangonel here to possibly attack any upcoming towers. For now, not a lot is happening, except for that mangonel on the right hand side actually attacking the walls. Doesn't really matter, I guess. And Winchester is gonna pull ahead in economy and in villager numbers. That villager almost going down, but not entirely. I think Winchester should collect this other relic. He's got 2 of them already. Viper is not going out to get any relics in, and Winchester is really happy at home because not a lot is happening. We see a few minor mangonel fights. Winchester is gonna lose one for nothing here. Guess it doesn't really matter. I just want to see how the players will go to Imperial Age. I'm gonna go a little bit faster now. Viper finally getting a mining camp on his main gold, because he can. He could have taken it for a long time, and I guess Winchester won't try to go for that main gold too soon unless he's got a big advantage, and then it would make sense. Handguard coming in. Viper actually clicking up to Imperial Age. 2 TCs, 52 villagers, and a second castle in the bank. So we are going to see what? Condotieros, bombard cannons, monks maybe? Not sure. The thing is, Winchester 95 villagers and enough gold, more than enough gold to click up as well. Just clicked up, bought 100 food, and here we go. Winchester is not far behind. It's nearly 1.5 minutes, I guess, with 40 more villagers in total. 35 minutes into the game, 34 to 35. Siege workshop coming up before the Viper. More siege workshops coming up from Winchester. I think Onagers might be Winchester's idea, and then Vote Raiders probably, because what can you do against that combination if you're not going early in Conquistadors monks? Not sure. Chemistry coming from the Viper for the bombard cannons. That's the thing I missed, and Viper still not going with that second castle. Archery range is coming up. Arbalest or hand cannons, I'm not sure, but I think with Arbalest, Viper would have started to produce crossbowmen already. So I guess hand cannoneers. Thing is, Vinchester should go for, oh, he's actually going Rams. I think he should go for Orange as well. And both players are now up to Imperial Age. Let's slow it down a little bit and see Viper moving out, building a castle now to protect his main goal. That's a good idea. But Vinchester doing conscription, getting attacked by one of those trebuchets from Viper. Does he have a second? No, it's actually only one right now. Vinchester could go for traps if he wanted to. Elite Voldren on the way first. This is huge. And I think I would have gone for counter traps first because now there's 2 bomber cannons, 2 trebuchets. This castle will go down really fast. Elite Voldren upgrade is done. And capped rams, so soon to be siege ram, I guess. Elite Voldrens and siege rams will be really strong. And if you put those Voldrens into the rams, then they will have a very good protection. Now this castle getting attacked by a trebuchet now, and Viper needs to move out the bombered cannons, I think, to take down this trap. Winchester, where's your boat raiders? There's 3 plus 2 plus 3. There's 9 rams already. Furo Celtic are coming in, making this ram stronger. Not sure how many percent it is now. I think it's like something like 30-40%. How much capped rams? 280. What's their usual? I don't know usual HP. I don't care right now because Winchester is moving in with the Elite Volt Raiders. The hand cannoneers are actually in a decent spot, but the Volt Raiders getting a good attack area, and there's the capped rams moving forward. That was not enough Volt Raiders in my opinion, fully defensive upgrades at least, and Viper losing quite a few hand cannoneers. Winchester losing the trap, Viper still got those bombered cannons, but now there's single Volt Raiders moving in, Elite of course, and taking down bombered cannons. This is not a good fight for the Viper. He should have moved out of the bombered cannons too far, maybe not with all 3 of them at least. Iron casting coming from Winchester, and Viper actually calling GG at this point already. He has got 102 population, but only 13 military units, and I guess Viper, not with so many resources, did not look good for him. He's about to lose this castle, and then there's more and more Elite Volt Raiders coming in. Very strong game by Winchester, very nice. Early aggression, but then he managed to go up to Castle Age in a better way. His Feudal Age was better, let's be honest. I'm not sure what Viper did wrong here. I can't tell, I'm no expert. But Winchester with an amazing game, and like this is getting really exciting now because 1-1 Winchester can take games from the Viper. Actually, that's the first loss for the Viper in this tournament. Now here goes game 3. Britons, Berbers, Burmese against Incas, Goths, Vikings, and I'm pretty proud to announce I was actually predicting this right, because Winchester Incas is pretty good against all 3 of those, so it's going Incas, and Viper actually chose Britons here, as you can see, because he's feeling comfortable with them. We are having both players up to Feudal Age really fast here, so let's go for the maps quickly. Viper's map actually really good. 2 boars inside, 4 deer inside, extra berries inside, extra gold safe in back, which he did scout. He has got the 2nd stone safe in the back, the 2nd gold, the main gold, a bit of space to boom if he needs it. The 3rd gold is outside and main stone forward, but he's got so much inside his base that it's a really good map. I think he will be able to defend here from Winchester's upcoming tower rush. He's already sending villagers to attack the walls. Viper quickly going for a house, 2 houses actually around the main stone, one really close to his base, another really close. Doesn't really matter. I guess Viper can go for the stone. He's actually 3 villages in stone already, and he will be able to put up a few towers. He's done loom as well, as far as I know. No, he doesn't have loom yet, but I think he should go for it very soon. And double watchtower coming up immediately again against 1 watchtower here from Winchester. Viper walling the left hand side, really good, and then these watchtowers will be able to provide a lot of protection here. Horse collar, double predicts loom coming in, so Viper delaying his Castle Age obviously, but he's gonna get more eco upgrades. He will have a stronger economy. Winchester's map, only the main gold safe in the back and a lot of space here, but a lot of nothing. 2nd gold inside, 3rd gold outside, so pretty far away. And we have 40 are inside, or maybe they are around those gates. Winchester lure 2, the main stone forward, the 2nd stone forward outside. I guess it makes sense to go forward here with the Incas especially. 1 really close to space, 2nd really close. This one in a neutral zone with an extra gold here. And Winchester going in to build another watchtower here close to those houses. And actually, no, I thought it was a mining camp, but it's not happening. Viper saying, okay, I'm gonna go with a ring form of protection here. Should be really effective, going with the 3rd watchtower. And Winchester obviously has gone for archers here to make the tower stronger, to make them fire better. No fletching yet, but coming in from Winchester already. I didn't see it, now I can see, and fletching is a really important upgrade here. Viper has done it already, and that house getting attacked, but now watchtower is up and Winchester has to go back. I think Winchester needs to go for Eagle Scouts now, needs to try and go in, try to do the damage. Does he have a barracks? Of course he does. He has barracks close to his base, but not a lot of gold income yet. 5 villagers there. I think Eagle Scouts could be a good option, or go to Castle Age and then go Eagle Warriors. That would be even better. The thing is, Viper will probably be able to go up faster, because this time I think with 3 towers he's done everything he needs to be able to protect his base here. Another watchtower coming from Vinchester to have double attack power, and I guess there are only archers inside that one watchtower is up already. There's 3 archers, and the archers dropping to the right hand side. This archer behind doesn't really do a lot here. Viper now going with the barracks, actually probably archer range coming for him up as well, and Vinchester with 5 villagers on gold still, 2 villagers, 3 actually on stone, but low on resources. Viper doing wheelbarrow this time earlier, very good for him. So it looks like Viper's economy is better than the last game. Did I say better again? Better. Sometimes I mix it up, German and English. Of course, there is a mixture for almost everybody who is not a native speaker, including me. Viper wheelbarrow is done, and Viper's economy should be better this time, 32 villages, but more eco upgrades. Now Vinchester deciding, let's go underneath the tower and start to attack a few villagers, maybe try to go in. This house is only 25 HP, so it will go down, and I think Vinchester should now even send a few Eagle Scouts or a few villagers to attack this tower. Now Viper going with skirmishes again, and this time I think it's a good idea, because you can see there's quite a few archers still on the map, and the houses are actually taking the arrow fire. This is good from the Viper. The archers dropping into the watchtower again, and Viper able to re-wall here, so it's actually still fully walled on this side. Of course Vinchester could go around, but at what cost? There is 2 towers, and he's got the Eagle Scout in the back actually, so Viper is forced to send a skirmisher there. Actually Vinchester could go and scout the whole map, which he isn't doing right now. He's concentrating on the frontiers, finally taking Viper's main stone. Vinchester resources are looking decent, with a good amount of gold in the bank. Not so much food yet, so he won't be able to click, or maybe he will be able to click before 20 minutes. But I think this time they may delay that a little bit longer, and now Viper is saying, okay, I need to send my scout to attack that Eagle Warrior. It has taken a bit of damage already, so the scout should be stronger now in Feudal Age, because the Eagle Scout was injured before. And like this, Viper is getting rid of the scout. Vinchester now doing wheelbarrow a lot later, and as you can see, Viper 600 food in the bank, already going with another villager, but going with archers instead of skirmishers now, and he is actually not really in danger. And Viper will be able to click up maybe even before 20 minutes, I don't think so, but almost. Maybe like 20-30 would be good for him. And Vinchester now buying food as well. He bought 300 in total. Viper waiting for the gold to come in. We've got a lot of villagers on that gold already. And click up for Viper 2016. Click up for Vinchester. He needs 20 more gold, dropping it, and I think he will be able to click to 2030. So both players quite similar here. The thing is, Viper 2 more villagers, and military numbers are also better for Viper. Now Viper has to repair that tower, because Vinchester has 5 archers in the tower to attack. Let me see for the Viper, does he have also that amount of archers? Yes, he has. And now Viper is re-walling or walling his back base. Palisade gates, palisades coming up, making sure that the main gold and that second gold, as well as the second stone and the extra gold, are actually safe. I would imagine a TC here close to the berry bushes would be good, maybe even directly on that. And Viper probably could go for a crossbowman if he wanted to defend. Thing is, he might need something other than the crossbows, because there's a second barracks now up, and as expected, Vinchester starting to produce Eagle Scouts. He's going with Eagle Warriors in Castle Age. Viper therefore is fully walling here, double walling actually. And I think it's a very good idea for him, so he will be able to defend for quite some time, and it's not going to be easy for Vinchester to really go in and do a lot of damage, because against double walls, our life will be a lot harder here. Now, Viper up to Castle Age, both Kero and Boso coming in immediately. Is he going for University maybe to get Guard Tower upgraded? But I think he should go for TCs probably. Actually going next to the berries, that's alright, and another TC on that extra gold in the woodline. Can fit a few farms around here as well as here, and he's close to the berries. Good TC spots in my opinion, and they're safe in the back. So the raiding will be a lot harder for Vinchester to come up. And with the gate and a few pieces of stone here, pieces of stone wall, Viper could actually wall the back of his base. A lot of villagers still in gold, 800 gold almost in the bank, more than 700. Siege workshop is up, that makes sense. And not enough wood for a mangonel yet. Does Viper have a market? I think no, Viper doesn't have a market. That's huge. He cannot buy wood or food. He's got so much gold, but can't really do a lot with it. Finally sending villagers back to get another TC up. So 4 TCs for the Viper. Let's check for Vinchester. He must have a few of those Eagle Scouts. Where are they? 9 military units, but they're outside. Eagle Warrior actually is done, +1 defense is done. There's still an archer on the field, doesn't really matter. And Vinchester going with 2 extra TCs on the woodline and on the stone here. Got a siege workshop and a monastery up, and enough stone for a castle. Inca's cheaper castles, of course, so he actually could drop that right now. But Viper has a good amount of crossbows, now a mangonel to hit those barracks. And with that amount of crossbows, 5+2 against the 3+1, possibly soon 3+2 Eagle Warriors, the crossbowmen will still be fine. 3+1 will be good for them. 3+2, then the crossbowman may be in trouble. That monk should get picked up, and 5+3 range is huge. Viper and the Britons crossbows, he loves them in Castle Age, and they love him. So Vinchester is actually now... yeah, he's getting a good shot with the Mangonel, but needs to go back. He's outranged and probably out-microed as well. Viper with the Monastery up. Vinchester 61 villagers looking good. Castle is up to protect the stone and the map, but Viper doing handcart. Town Watch has a good amount, 18 military units, that's at least a dozen crossbowmen, and he's going forward with the castle now. Wow, this is really ballsy, but he can do it because he can outrange those mangonels, he can out-micro them, or at least he can try to. Good amount of farms up. No more villagers on the main gold at all. Viper not taking any gold at this point. I'm surprised to see this. Maybe he's going to go back for gold later on. And the crossbowmen are not getting attacked by the mangonels any longer. Viper doing ballistics now as well. And with that castle, Viper is going to take a lot of map control. He will be able to get relics. There we go. First relic coming in for the Viper here. And ballistics almost finished. Handguard coming from Vinchester. Viper, good resources. Maybe able to click up to Imperial Age soon. Vinchester again, not enough food actually. A lot of gold in the bank, but not the best balanced eco. Going for barracks here. I think Elite Eagle Warriors will come in for Imperial Age for Vinchester, but Viper is faster this time, and Viper has probably the better army combination in Imperial Age, because I don't see an easy way to counter Elite Snipers, Elite Longbowmen and Champions, maybe even backed up by Onagers. You can go Elite Eagle Warriors against the Longbowmen, you can go Slingers against the Champions, you can go Siege Rams, which is really important against Britons. But how do you counter a fully boomed Briton with that army, and maybe with Onagers in the back here? Even Light Cav is possible for the Britons, just to have something, maybe against the Slingers. And we have Viper with a lot more army right now. Men-at-Arms just finished, and I think Longswordsman will come in very soon. Longbowman production starting as well, the crossbowman and longbowman. 5+3 range for now. It's going to be 5+5 for the arbalist very soon. Barracks coming up from Viper. He's preparing everything for an Imperial Age fight. And we have Eagle Warriors only +1 defense. Chainmail armor now finished, +2 coming in. Those mangonels need to go back because there is now 5+4 range, and arbalists on the way immediately for the Viper. Do we see any trebuchets? Do we see cap drum upgrade for Vinchester? Elite Eagle Warrior first, makes sense. And he's got a few of those Eagle Warriors in the barracks as well. But Viper is ahead in villages, ahead in economy, ahead in military numbers, and that you can see in the score. One trebuchet up already, a second trebuchet to come in. Longswordsman is done. Bracer and Two-Man Zone are on the way. All these arbalists will have 5+5 range now, and chemistry probably coming in very soon. Couriers on the way for Vinchester, really important upgrade. Two-handed swordsman, that makes the Elite Eagle Warriors a lot stronger. The couriers 4+4 now, plate mail armor will then make them 4+6, but even against long swordsmen they don't really look too good, because the long swordsmen have similar stats, and of course once they are two-handed swordsmen or even champions, the Elite Eagle Warriors looking really bad. Vinchester needs slingers as well, but therefore he needs gold. He's taking gold on the left-hand side. He's going to mark it up here. Siege Workshop Barracks coming up, and he's not going for any archer ranges. Siege Ram probably the more important upgrade right now, so Cat Ram on the way. The Elite Eagle Warriors going into the Rams for now. The Trebuchet is not hitting the castle any longer. Vinchester was repairing, but now Viper sitting again, and Viper 53 against only 29 military units. Champion on the way, Blast Furnace on the way. The Arbalest moving forward, attacking Rams actually, and now that Mangonel is doing a lot of damage, here come the Eagle Warriors trying to take down the Trebuchets. They may be able to succeed, but there's champions around, and you need to look at the military numbers. I don't think Viper will lose too much. He can drop the Arbalest into the castle, drop them out of the back. Viper fully upgraded champions, except for the last defensive upgrade. I guess champions do get that. And even the Arbalest and Longbowman can actually take the fight against the Elite Eagle Warriors. Vinchester calling GG. This time Viper adapted to the tower rush. Did a lot better, really. He was better than Vinchester this time in Feudal Age. Early to Castle Age, big boom incoming with the Britons. It's quite easy. Nice crossbow and micro, and in the end, winning the third game. So Viper ahead in score again, ahead in the lead 2-1. Game 4, and you can hope they're not going to be Goth against Burmese. So let's see, like a 50-50 chance for Vinchester to get a decent matchup. And no surprise that both players are upping to Feudal Age already. We have Vinchester's the Vikings against Viper Burmese. This actually is good for Vinchester because Goth against Burmese, I think with that Monk Rush and the Iron Bar, you don't really have a chance. Let's go for Viper's map. I guess Vinchester's one is going aggressive. Yes, forward, just forward. Third gold for Viper, forward outside. Main stone forward and really close to the space. Second gold forward outside as well. The main gold on the side here. Extra gold in the back, which Viper did not scout yet. Where's the stone? Second stone safe in the back, so Viper will be alright. And with a little bit of a house wall coming up already, a watchtower in a defensive position. I think Vinchester won't have an easy time to go in. Viper knows how to defend from this now. Vinchester got a main stone safe in the back, got a second gold safe in the back, got an extra gold as well. He does not see that extra gold. Second stone outside on the left hand side, one really close to space. The other relic here close on the other side. Extra berries, the main gold forward. Did I miss anything? Maybe a third gold? Is that somewhere forward, somewhere backward? I don't see it. Wait, where's the third gold from Vinchester? Actually pretty far forward. Now Vinchester of course starting to attack the walls, but Viper got a watchtower up and he will start to repair it. There's 2 archers already, but the Viper will have enough stone to defend Vinchester. Housed on 30, something that should not happen. This is really slowing you down. Viper doing fletching now in a second watchtower in the middle here. Nice stone walls coming up. There's another watchtower, and yeah, watchtower coming up on the right hand side. So Vinchester, but going on in here would really not help because it's an easy wall for a Viper. He's not going on the main gold. Horse killer coming from Vinchester. Viper, I think, it won't take too long to go up to Castle Age. Another watchtower coming up just in case, and I think you should build a house in front of that, or maybe like 1 house, 2 houses will be fine. I think I've said it some video before. I don't really like the grid, but it's nice to have for casting purposes. And there goes the stone walls with the gate coming up as well. Viper is on stone with 4 villagers, so he will be fine. I don't think Vinchester will be able to go in, so actually Viper now pretty much knows how to defend from this. As long as he's got a stone available, he will be fine. As long as there's no Eagle Warriors going into his base without him having any defensive structures, he will be fine. And with Vikings, you can't really do a lot in Castle Age, I guess, here. So Viper, I think, on a good way to click up to Castle Age soon, before 20-minute marks. At least gold mining, stone mining coming in though, so he's going for more eco upgrades. I guess he could have gone for those actually earlier. Vinchester, of course, the Vikings, free wheelbarrow and free handcart later on. Viper doing wheelbarrow now, so Vinchester should be ahead in villagers soon, like by 3 villagers in total. Vinchester still has deer to take if he wants to, and on the right hand side there's now the tower up with 4 archers inside. There's this tower up with 5 archers inside. That's the 10, now the 10th archer, 11 military units. And Vinchester also taking Viper's gold, because why wouldn't I go for the gold as long as I can? And nice laming coming up. The thing is, Viper with the extra gold and the main gold relatively safe. He will have enough gold to even go up to Imperial Age, and then he can break this open if he really needs to. We have Viper now with similar resources to Vinchester. Viper going a few more farms. 190 stone, because he's repairing the watchtower. The stone count is dropping, but not by a lot. Both players are actually repairing, and it's just a race to Castle Age now and to see who's going to stand better there. Mining camp coming up even on the main stone, because why not? And this is still open, so actually Viper can send villages there. Town watch coming in, and then Viper will click up to Castle Age. There we go. Vinchester missing 100 food, now dropping all the food off, and 790. Yeah, there we go. Castle Age also coming from Vinchester, both before 21 minutes. Another lumber camp coming up. That's a good idea. Those villages actually not looking too good here. And let's see what's going to happen in Castle Age. Now, I guess Vinchester may consider a crossbowman immediately, because he's got those 10 archers. He's actually... Ooh, look at this. I didn't see he walled in Viper Scout. Wow. Nice. Oh, I don't know. I guess the streams caught that, but I didn't see the stream of this game. I merely saw the end of the game, and not even that, really. So, yeah, that Scout, of course, is going to die with the archer fire now. But that was quite funny. Castle Age will be there for Viper first. Let's go to his point of view. I'm expecting to see a TC at least, a siege workshop at least. Actually, he's going with the castle first. So maybe no extra TCs this time. How much stone is left? Nothing. So the castle is actually to protect the main stone, and after that he can go for TCs if he really wants to. Viper also got archers. He's moving them out. Actually, he's got quite a lot of them. Crossbowmen coming from both players. Both key and arrow is done for the Viper, coming in from Vinchester as well. So we're going to see crossbowmen fights in the middle of the map. Siege workshop coming up for Vinch and University to get ballistics. Very important to see. Viper could go with the University 42 if he wanted. And Viper with 1 TC, only no second TC coming up now. I guess he bought some stone. Did he take more stone? I think he bought. Siege Workshop for Viper as well. Pedal Charm and Ballistic soon to be finished. Second TC is up. Strange position behind the lumber camps, not really sure about that. I think I would have gone to the stone, to the gold here maybe, and to take some deer wouldn't hurt. Actually, Viper losing a big fight here. Vinchester microing, Viper just losing all the crossbows. That's not good for him. The castle will offer some protection, but still, you don't want to lose a crossbow for nothing here. And now Vinchester going with the forward castle, actually. Let's see what the plan for him is. Will he be able to go up to Imperial Age fast? And then, what can you do when you're up to Imp? It's not like you can afford to have no villagers with Incas. Actually, I'm not on D&D, but it doesn't really matter. Hey Robo, going online here. For Robo, Australia, it must be in the middle of the night, something like that. I'm not sure. Or maybe it's quite late at night, around midnight at least. Winchester clicked up to Imperial Age. This is huge. Viper now with a few Iron by here. We know with Bloodlines how strong they are then. 18 attack and 2 mangonels also to be able to defend from those crossbowmen. Nice shots from a Viper here. 1 for nothing or 1 for a half mangonel, but this one is still up, so the crossbowmen still need to run away. And Viper, of course, nowhere close to Imperial Age yet with 2 TCs. I think it's only 2 TCs, but 2 TCs is better than only 1. Winchester with 2 TCs as far as I remember. Does he have a 3rd TC yet? I don't think he can afford it really. And now Viper, I think he destroyed that Siege Workshop. You're by going to attack a house here. Why not? Now Viper this time lost the mangonel, and Vinchester only lost like 42 HP, but not all 50. The crossbowmen still have to run away, and that Siege Workshop may go down next. Winchester though up to Imperial Age in a few seconds, and then I guess, needs to buy wood here. That's not good, but he is going to go with the trebuchet immediately, try to take down this castle, and I think right in here in that choke point would be a very good spot for a trap. Viper saying, okay, you're up to Imp, I know what's coming up, so let's go and counterattack a little bit. There's 3 mangonels, there's those Iron by with 18 attack, they're good against building. Look at this wall, it's going down so fast. Now Winchester is moving in the crossbowman, taking on 1 mangonel, 2 mangonels, nice micro, but now the Iron by and a good mangonel shot on those Arbalest. The Arbalest are actually dying, the trebuchet not even hitting yet. Winchester lost his army now, only 8 military units, and he abandoned his main gold already to go for the 2nd gold finally with the TC there. Is he going for the 3rd gold? No, that's not possible, and this gold is right now without villagers on it. Now Winchester taking his 2nd gold in the back, but Viper is in with the Iron by, and this is huge. Chaimbarding armor coming from the Viper. What is he preparing now? Elephants moving in, very good idea. You have monks, you have Iron by. What's the other thing that Burmese can do? Now I know the answer. It's elephants, and elephants will be good against siege, will be good against this small groups of Arbalest. And Winchester 11 military units, so almost nothing. What does his Imperial Age do? It's attacking the castle, it's taking down the castle, and then there's a lot of nothing here actually. Oh, Viper with good resources, enough to get up another castle if he wants to, enough to soon be able to click up to Imperial Age, but he's with the Iron by inside Winchester's base now, starting to raid the wood line, going to the back here to possibly even attack this gold. Now the villagers on the deer may die soon, the Iron by going away, and Winchester, getting attacked here. There's rams moving forward for Viper, there is elephants taking out a few Arbalest here, and Winchester doesn't have army around to protect this castle, so he's going to lose the forward castle. The Imperial Age did nothing for him. 68 villagers only, a few berserks coming out, but we know how good those battle elephants is. Look at this, 270 HP gets 64, just ridiculous. Those berserks will go down really fast. Viper now with the castle to actually free probably his 2nd gold and to protect it. Stables on the right hand side, the siege workshop is up outside. Winchester is up to Imperial Age, but cannot do a lot with it. 11 military units for both players, but Viper needs to click up now, or he should click up after the castle is getting finished. I guess he will click up soon. Battle elephants to start attack the walls, and those few Arbalest can do a little bit of damage on those rams, but what else? And now Viper going with more stables, looks like he wants to go, no, archer ranges actually. I guess elite skirmishes, and I guess more elephants as well. Elite skirmish on the way immediately for the Viper. Imperial Age gonna be done a little bit after 41 minutes, and block printing leather archer armor for Winchester. What's the plan now? I mean, okay, you need to find something to fight those battle elephants. Monks is a really good idea. Problem is, you need to get in range. You need to be able to dodge the shots from the elite skirmishers, not Imperial, elite skirmishers that are coming in. Castle on the right hand side, university on the right hand side. for Viper here, and Viper still with more military units. Now those few monks cannot do a lot right now. The elite skirmishers moving back at this point because they're still missing defensive upgrades, and there's a siege workshop now coming out forward for Vinchester. He got rid of the Iron Buy, I guess, but he's still a few villages behind, and Viper had more villages for quite some time, so his economy is better. Now Viper going more and more military numbers and more and more military units. He can afford it, doing ballistics. Look at that big group of battle elephants, and with the old patch there's no increased cost for the elite battle elephant upgrade yet. Bracer coming in to make the elite skirmishers stronger. The arbalest now hitting an archery range or a house, because why not? Castle coming up here, but Viper, what are you going to do? Cap ram coming in, so he's probably going to go for siege rams. And light cap actually on the field. They are going to be good against the monks and decent against the arbalest. Elite skirmishers now moving out. Viper got a lot of those. That's actually like 20 elite skirmishers at least, and that's more than Vinchester has army. Viper with good resources. Onager was done for Vinchester now. Onager, not a worst idea, but light cav, battle elephants, they're only good against elite skirmishers. And elite battle elephant upgrade actually coming in from the Viper. Trebuchet on the way for Vinchester. But those battle elephants and Vinchester only 4 monks. This will be hard for him to defend. Viper with a lot of stables in the middle. Look at this beautiful map control here. Guarding his base with all these buildings and his army in between or on the side here. Now the rams from the left hand side, I guess they got rid of the walls finally. They're gonna move forward very soon. The elite skirmishers moving to attack Arbalest. This one trebuchet hitting that castle. Viper can afford to lose it. Onager against elite skirmishers, we know they're good, but there's the elite battle elephants, and the hussars actually taking care of the monks. I guess they're inside the castle. Let me quickly check. Is the monks inside? Yes, that's 5 monks. They cannot get dropped out because there's still too many hussars. Now they're trying to convert, but not happening. The battle elephants with too much attack power. The trebuchet is actually taking down the castle, and Vinchester calling GG. We're going to see a match game for Viper, but I'm happy to see all the 5 draft games already, and I hope Vinchester can take at least another game, maybe even win this. Would be really amazing to see 7 games here. We're going to find out. Last civilizations of the draft. Purpose for Vikings, Goth for Vinchester. Let's go, see the maps, and we have Viper on the top right hand side with the main stone forward on the side here on the far side and a second stone outside. 4 deer outside, one very close to the space. Both players on the way to Feudal Age again. Nothing new here, I guess. Viper knows how Vinchester's playing. Viper actually with a really terrible map. I'm surprised he didn't call for a restart here, because main gold forward, second gold forward outside, third gold forward outside. Viper of course can see this gold, but Viper also with an extra stone in the back, and this is almost Viper map hacks, but really lucky to see, because Vinchester obviously going forward. Vinchester cannot see the third gold, he cannot see the main gold, and that means seeing the 2 stones, he's going to the left hand side to actually tower drop this time. The scout inside will help out a little bit, but Viper of course is up and also going for the towers. The scout fight, scout against villager and villager against scout, vice versa, but Viper up in the watchtower, coming up with the watchtower here, should be able to defend. The villagers getting walled in now, and that scout cannot really do a lot. The villagers of course will be able to go in now because this is open. And why is Vinchester going? He wants to finish the archer range first. I guess he does not want to face all those villagers, and Vinchester can see that Viper is not on stone, so he knows that there is only 1 watchtower for now, but what he doesn't know is Viper's extra stone. This is just amazing how lucky you are sometimes. Of course, Viper need to scout this, but that's what we expect him to do really. And like this, the second watchtower coming up immediately while Vinchester is trying to go in here. Not sure why he's not just dropping and trying to attack the tower, but maybe he's afraid that he's going to lose all the villagers. Viper going with walls now on the left hand side. Vinchester cannot see this tower coming up yet. He will find out soon because the scout will be attacked first, most likely at least. And a house coming up was Winchester's house in 30. Now there's the watchtower, and Vinchester probably surprised to see the tower up. Viper quickly walling behind this because there is no watchtower for Vinchester yet. Vinchester saying, okay, I need to go for that stone. Viper cannot be on stone right now, or maybe he can, and Vinchester hopefully calculating this. Vinchester's map, second stone forward outside, third gold on the left hand side outside, second gold forward inside, the main gold safe in the back, the main stone safe in the back, so this map actually okay-ish, a lot of space to boom if he needs it. And Vinchester, I was hoping that would be a mill, it's not happening, but he cannot really go in now. Viper has 2, now +1, 3 towers coming up, and like this, his base suddenly safe, because Vinchester does not know about the golds on the right hand side, and this is not a good scouting for him. I think he should have scouted better here, maybe would have gone on the right hand side. Right now, we need to wait for Castle Age more or less. Now I'm going to fast forward through that, because I don't think there's anything going to happen, and if there is, I will slow down. I guess there's a few archers inside the tower for Vinchester. It's actually 3 of them, but Vinchester's not producing any more. Probably does not want to go into full archers here with the Goth. Now Viper continuing to scout. Relic-wise, actually there's one close to Viper space, another one close. Actually here more in the neutral zone. And where's the other relics? On the left-hand side, one close to Vinchester. There's one here in the neutral zone, and this one maybe closer to Viper. A little bit extra berries here. Scout going around, and now Vinchester finally can see the second and third gold forward. He can see an outpost here in the corner, and denying stopping that watchtower, because cancelling it out because Viper is faster with his own watchtower. And now Vinchester clicked up to castle at 1744, but Viper going 1755. So really no big difference. Vinchester with Goth, let's see. I think he should go for TCs. He's got almost enough stone for a castle. Viper got enough stone for a castle, and I think he will try and protect all those golds here. He may also try to go for the stones. That's another option for him, but I don't think this watchtower will bother him for too long. He can just go with the mangonel if he really needs to get rid of that. And of course with the Berbers we want to see Camel Archers. The thing is, against Huskarls, but Camel Archers will be bad. Then I think Berbers do get champions. I think they're not missing champions. Ooh, Winchester going with the castle, Viper going with the counter castle immediately, and with the tower the archers kind of do a lot. So Winchester actually dropping back a little bit. What are we going to do now, Winchester? Cancelling the castle. He didn't want to go too close apparently. I'm really surprised that he didn't go through with it, or maybe he should have put it just a little bit more in the back. But Viper is faster. Castle coming up now. Monastery on the way is up, and he's going with the second TC on the wood line already. He deleted that lumber camp. He's got one more, so it's not a big problem. The stone is soon to be finished, so Viper won't be able to get another castle up without actually fighting for his own stone. Winchester going with the second TC on the wood line, third TC on the other wood line, so a nice line here, and still with villagers on gold and stone. Moving forward, villagers to, I don't know, what are you planning to do with those wilds? They are inside the castle and doing nothing really. Now Viper with a little bit of army out. Camel Archers +2 is done, +1 defense, a few monks, and I'm going to go a little bit slower again to see what is Viper doing next. Actually, he's moving to attack this tower with villagers. It's just ridiculous, but it works, of course, because there is no free murder rolls like with Teutons. And Winchester's 5 idle villagers that are doing really nothing. They build a monastery, okay, but what else were you doing with those wills? Winchester not doing wheelbarrow. I don't really understand what he's doing here. These 5 idols, 6 idols actually in total, makes them equal numbers in villagers, and now Viper, of course, attacking that tower, wants to break his, get a stone, and handcart coming from the Viper, while Winchester only now doing wheelbarrow. So Viper is ahead in economy probably, with the better villager numbers here for Winchester, but he's got those idols and he lost a few of those villagers actually. Maybe they weren't just able to go back here. Maybe Winchester didn't want to open more walls, but I don't really understand why he's not going to take the gold, for example. This one should be free to take. Not sure, castle 10 range. I can't really tell. That monk is going down because it's just standing around doing nothing. And Viper in the meantime collecting relics. Actually Winchester got one of his own. One relic, university coming up for Winchester, and a castle coming up at home. Viper, 300 gold, 300 food. Winchester, a lot of food, actually already 500, but no gold. He is only with 4 villagers on gold, and is investing into any gold units, except for monks? No, I don't think so. Problem is, third gold outside and the second gold forward, so this castle actually needs to protect this gold. Viper doing leather archer armor. Winchester probably looking into Imperial Age. Viper not so far behind, I guess. Barracks now coming up from him. I think Viper is already preparing long swordsmen, and then Turan swordsmen. Yeah, men-at-arms coming, Turan swordsmen, champions possibly. Camel Archer is moving around to attack another villager, take him down. This villager barely surviving on 1 HP. Lucky for Winchester, but it doesn't really matter, I guess. And Winchester now doing handcart. I think Winchester preparing to click up. Yeah, he's got the resources to do that actually. After handcart is finished, I think he just needs to drop off the gold a little bit, and then he will be able to click up to Imperial Age. Here we go. Just sold a little bit of food or wood or whatever, I don't know. And with Imperial Age, there will be the first barracks coming up for Winchester. The question is, Huskarls, champions, Halberdiers, what are you going to do? I don't think hand cannoneers. Viper also on the way up to Imperial Age, and for Viper it's obvious to go standard infantry, we've seen that. Anarchy means Huskarls for Winchester, and I guess Viper will still go for the Camel Archers. Actually, we just saw that he's creating a few petards, so he may try to go in, do some damage. Winchester for now is relatively safe here, has not continued to overchop here, and only opening is like here. Is there a house in front of that? And on the right hand side, I guess there's even a house or something in front of that castle, and there's barracks coming up now. Winchester will be up to Imperial Age first, but Viper is starting to attack here, start to put pressure, and he's pretty much on almost full map control, taking the extra gold that he see now. Can Winchester see this actually? Let's see, Viper going with the petard, he will go through the walls. There we go, walls are open, And Vinchester can see the extra gold. That's good for him, so he knows Viper may go there. The Camel Archer is moving in to possibly attack them this wood line, but it's not happening. And Viper almost up to Imperial Age. Vinchester doing Elite Huskarl immediately. Very important to see. And he's got a few of them in the barracks. But his economy is too low. 102 villagers, but he's still not good with gold. And he still needs to try and take control over these golds here. With 4 villagers now. And I guess Vinchester needs to mass his army. That's the most important thing. The problem is Viper, 200 swordsmen on the way. Bracer coming in. Viper has good resources. And I guess he can go for champions immediately if he wants to. He's got a few of those long swords on the map already. There's one trebuchet, but there's a counter trap for Viper as well. And Viper got enough stone to be able to repair this castle and at the same time build another one, maybe even forward like around here to guard this gold. On the left hand side he's taking a lot of gold. He's got a few farms up. And Vinchester is not going for any attack because actually he's attacking the TC now. So he will try to go for a few villagers. And I think I've seen on the stream, because I quickly tuned in, that Vinchester actually did not see this extra gold, but now I can see it. Viper realizing, okay, Vinchester's going to send armies, so he's quickly going to fully wall himself here and go over the castle. Vinchester's attacking the castle. On the right hand side though, Vinchester is losing that forward castle. Viper is repairing, and Vinchester actually lost the trebuchet to the Camel Archer Fire +3 of course. Champion upgrade soon to be finished. Plate mail armor coming in. Vinchester in a bad position right now. He is not massing the Elite Huskarls like he needs to. Housed on 140 because he lost the castle. This is terrible. This is costing you so much here. You need more houses. Is Vinchester building any houses? Does he even realize that he's housed? It doesn't look like that. 140 still. He cannot produce anything. He doesn't really have a lot of resources, but he can't produce, and that's terrible. Viper has done the champion, so he can push those Elite Castles away actually. And Viper with that castle securing this extra gold will be able to move the villagers to stone later on if he needs to. And now there's a little bit of a fight with the champions. No attack upgrades, but fully upgraded on the defensive. So they will be able to take on those Huskarls, and they should even be winning this fight, or maybe not lose it at least. More barracks coming up for Viper. Camel Archer +3, no bloodlines yet. Actually, he should go for the upgrade. Definitely, you want to have the 80 HP. But he probably wants to go with the champions for the cave archers, and then the attack upgrades are more important. Perfusion coming in champion for Vinchester. Vinchester got a good amount of army now, 44 military units, but Viper on 64 now. And that means without champion upgrade, Vinchester cannot engage. He will try to go now probably, but he's running with Huskarls into the champions. That was not a good movement. And like this, a lot of those elite Huskarls will die. The Camel Archers behind them will be able to take down champions. And looks like Viper still with more military units. The trebuchet is actually hitting several buildings here, because why not? Can use them. Vinchester moving out with traps on the right hand side, but he needs to go back. 33 military units is engaging again, but the Camel Archers are doing a lot of damage actually. Look at this, the 7+3 attack, missing chemistry, but they're doing fine. No Huskarls able to move onto those Camel Archers, and even then I think Viper would be able to move them away, to micro them away. There's a few monks just in case it needs to convert like 3 of those Huskarls, and then suddenly this game, this fight can change. Winchester losing all his military units, and Viper just building more and more and more. Winchester low on resources, low on food. He's got 129 villages, and probably a lot of farmers. 62, maybe that's not enough. Should have more. Viper, let's check. I want to see the farmers. 45. He doesn't really need too many, because he can go Camel Archers. And Viper, so many more military units attacking the castle now. This gold won't be safe for too long, because as soon as the Camel Archers move in a little bit closer, the villagers will be under attack. And here on the left hand side, Viper still taking the extra gold. He is also building a mining camp on the other extra gold. Those champions will run to death, that you can see this. Winchester is still sending a few of those champions there, probably by accident. Viper with a few Camel Archers doing a lot of damage, and Vinchester not able to get the masses that he needs. The champions from the Berbers actually stronger than the Goth champions once they get fully upgraded. And another fight happening where Vinchester actually might have equal numbers. Finally the first Huskarls moving in to take do damage on a few of those Camel Archers. It's not enough. Viper is sending more champions again. He can reinforce really fast. There's 9 barracks in the open field, and I think Viper also with the better resources now, low on food but good gold. Relatively similar for Vinchester, but he doesn't have a lot of barracks left. There's like 1 here, and there is 2, 3 more coming up. 3+3 barracks. That's not enough. A castle coming up from Viper, and I think he will even be able to get that up, even though there's a lot of purple units, champions, and a few Huskars. Now the villager is actually going down, but Viper won't really care because he's actually walling in one villager. Look at this, and this one villager will be able to finish the castle. The champions moving forward, the trebuchets taking down buildings, and Vinchester desperately trying to get more units out, but as you can see, even with perfusion, he's not able to get the necessary mass of units. 120 villagers probably not enough at this point. He needed like 130, 135, and he needed more units. The camel archers don't even get threatened by any units here. Maybe even elite skirmishers might have been an option for Vinchester, but not a real one, let's be honest. And I'm really not sure what he can do against this, because Viper just able to span just as fast as Vinchester. Viper, of course, has more expensive units here, with the champions being more expensive, but the camel archers, I think, are equalizing this, and Vinchester actually calling GG here. Viper advancing to the finals now, and Vinchester going to the losers bracket. Whoever is going to face Vinchester will have a really hard time, I think, because Vinchester played really well. Actually, Viper got backstone in every map. Viper got really good maps, and like this, he was able, after one really bad feudal age where he lost to Vinchester, he was able to adapt, to defend, and go to the finals now. Hope you enjoyed these games, enjoyed this stat. See you in the next games. GG.